All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline.
Come on, let's go.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, here's Penny. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Now he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Come on, let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Right, move some keys.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On 2nd down, Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He's going to wind up and air it out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And an alley to run. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll look to throw here. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's got some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 out of first.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Wide open receiver, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
To his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Ohio!
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Dumps that off to Penny, is running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect. But as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now Wilson on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Kaepernick now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. No, spinning away. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Niners on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10. Again from the 41. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. This is taken as 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. How How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
No gain on the play there, second down. Kaepernick going to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third and long, it's Kaepernick. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They go play action here on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
19.
Now Wilson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 5.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Working from the gun. It's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
We got three. Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Kaepernick. Being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Niners on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. Keeps himself upright. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Josh Jones in on the stop. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
The Niners on 3rd down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll check this one off to Fournette. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Kaepernick. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Ohio!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Penny, a first down carry. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, 14.
On second down, here's Wilson. Trying to improvise. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
On third down, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Niners on 3rd down, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Now Kaepernick again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Wilson wants to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the 49ers going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Penny. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Again, it's Penny. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Wilson. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never took anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got this piece on my back, carry it like I'm moving them. I told him to keep 100. It was like 11 in the morning, skip school, that's what ruins about it. I made me some rats in the morning, I had me up by the morning, I had me some rats by the morning, I had a system by the morning.